Look, what I'm about to tell you, it's going to change how you see the relationship between Canada and the United States. A sitting Treasury Secretary just got caught lying on national television. And a Canadian leader? He straight up called Donald Trump a convicted criminal, a predator, and a disgusting human being. So let me break this down for you. Prime Minister Mark Carney just gave this major speech at Davos, and honestly, the whole world took notice. People are calling him the new leader of the free world, while Trump's speech at the same event was, well, let's just say the contrast was embarrassing. So Trump's people were furious, right? And what do? They send Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on Fox News to do damage control. And what Bessent said was stunning. He claimed he was in the Oval Office when Trump talked to Carney. And according to him, Carney was very aggressively walking back his remarks, basically saying Canada's Prime Minister called Trump and apologized. But here's the problem. That never happened. Carney came out and said directly, to be absolutely clear, and I said this to the president, I meant what I said in Davos. He went on. Canada was the first country to understand the change in U.S. trade policy, and we're responding by building partnerships abroad, building at home. So, Bessent lied. On national television, a sitting cabinet member spreading disinformation about a foreign leader, and mainstream media is barely covering it. Here's where this gets dangerous. Trump isn't just mad. He's now running Vladimir Putin's playbook against Canada. And I mean that literally. Remember what Putin did in Ukraine? He targeted the Donbass region, funded separatist movements, created this impression that people wanted to join Russia, and then used that as his excuse to invade. Trump is doing the exact same thing with Alberta right now. Bessent went on a show with Jack Posobiec and said, Alberta is a wealth of natural resources, but they won't let them build a pipeline to the Pacific. I think we should let them come down into the U.S. Alberta is a natural partner. Then he drops this. Rumors that they may have a referendum on whether they want to stay in Canada or not. And when Posobiec pushed him on it, Bessent says, look, people are saying, people are talking, people want sovereignty. Did you catch that? A sitting U.S. Treasury Secretary openly encouraging a Canadian province to leave Canada. People are talking, he says. That's not policy. That's propaganda. That is exactly what Russian state media says about Ukraine. Now, Charlie Angus has been traveling across Canada on what he calls the Midas Canada Resistance Tour. He just came back from Alberta, and in a recent interview, he revealed something shocking. He said, it's pretty clear Donald Trump is furious that he was made to look like an absolute buffoon in Davos, and the revenge came fast. What do you do the next day? You start raising the issue of breaking Canada apart. This is the Donbass Playbook, exactly. But it gets worse. Angus revealed that these Alberta separatists claim there's a $500 million slush fund on the table to help break up Canada. $500 million. He called them what they are, not credible people. One of them is an ex-Marine. Can you say AstroTurf? They've been meeting in Washington. Here's what the media won't tell you. Albertans don't want this. Angus was just there. Huge rallies in Calgary and Edmonton. He said, you will not find any place in this country more proud to be Canadian than Alberta. The message he heard again and again, if Alberta falls, Canada falls. Don't let that happen. Now zoom out. While Trump is trying to bully Canada, the entire world is reorganizing without America. Canada is building partnerships with China, Europe, Asia. The EU just signed what Ursula von der Leyen called the mother of all trade deals with India. Trump attacked India, attacked the EU. So what happened? He pushed them closer together. Connect the dots. The only countries being left out are Russia and the United States. America is isolating itself. And when asked what his message was directly to Donald Trump, Angus did not hold back. He said, "Donald, you're playing a really dumb game because you're out of your depth. You have no idea how fierce Canadians are." When I was in Europe, talking to Germans and Dutch and Belgians who remembered the Albertan soldiers who freed their villages, "We are tough people, Donald." Then he went in. "And you're a convicted criminal. You're a predator. You're a disgusting human being, Donald. I'm just going to say it. Everyone should have said it. But you got in. And with the killings in the streets and the blood on your hands, you've got a lot of atoning to do." And his final words? "The people of Alberta are much better than you will ever be in a million years. Better than your family. Better than all your corrupt friends. You're all going to end up in jail one day. And you know what? In Canada, we're going to remain true north, strong and free. Get it through your head, Donald. Get it through your head. You are going down." That is how you talk to a bully. Canada is not backing down. The world is watching. Trump wanted Canada to bow. Instead, they put a dagger in him. If this opened your eyes, subscribe. Share this video. The truth needs to get out.